Alrighty, we're back for a quick one, folks. Don't have a whole lot of time, but I did want to get this out. I had mentioned this to another friend of mine and a couple other people in the Discord about 3Commas.io. This is an interesting, more on your book style, centralized exchange style bots, but nonetheless still very interesting and potentially lucrative out there. And so instead of giving you like a full blown tutorial and telling you what it really is, you can check it out. There's an affiliate link down in the doobly doo below. Check it out. Sign up for a paper account. They allow you to get started for free. They give you a free trial. Um, and I'll also link to a couple videos that may go into a little bit more depth than I have the ability to go through tonight, folks. But take a look at it. What we're going to look at today is the 3commas.io dollar cost averaging bots. And I have hooked this up to a real account, so at the very end, I'll show you that I am trading with a tiny bit of real money as well. And I do have a technique that allows you to hook into TradingView that requires a pro TradingView account. I can get into that in another video if there's interest. So certainly let me know down below by commenting or liking this video if you want to see more of the 3 commas concept here. Because I do believe I have a rather interesting setup, and it generally works for most of your coins that are in sort of a bull run sort of gig like we are. You know, there was a few days there where the bot didn't take too many trades um, because of the how I was triggering them. Try to get out of some of the choppy markets, or I was looking to trade what's called the MA or MFI, money flow analysis, money flow signaling, and I can get into that on the TradingView side later on. But I have a little bit more simpler method that won't necessarily require a pro TradingView account. Um, but let's just get into it. So basically, what a dollar cost averaging bot is it allows you to make several trades spread out and over time, or over several candles of time, to help you minimize the need for ever having a loss. So if you think about dollar cost averaging, if you get in at, say, a 0.5% size, when you first, so you start off at a 0.5% size of whatever your trading account is, or whatever you're allowing. But then if the market goes against you, instead of stopping out, you just simply make, again, this only works in bull runs, folks. This only works, and then we'll get into it in a second. And that's why I picked Matic here. Um, but basically, if you were to put in a safety order, what they call a safety order, if you a little bit more than double it, and I went just 1.1, but if you a little bit more than double it, the math works out in your favor, so that if the market comes against you, so if the Matic, and in this case it was paired with USDT, which is what I had available on the paper trading account. And I'm already losing my voice. Why does this happen, folks? And but basically, we're going for a total profit of 1%. Um, doesn't sound like a lot, but again, this is scalp trading. This is coming from my background of the more institutional style trading and the high frequency trading that has been out there, and I've done a lot of that on the institutional side, as a market maker and as a working part in part of a hedge fund. So I'm taking some of these concepts and trying to boil it down simply enough to people looking to do the same sort of things in crypto where there's not so many regulations. But definitely, folks, pay attention. Don't put your whole bag into this, and only trade with money you can lose, because this is absolutely not financial advice. But so let's get into editing this and show you how to build this if you happen to decide to sign up for a paper trading account, which is free down below. So what you do, you'll want to name it accordingly. I like to call it paper trading matic pair. I like to put the pair there, and then the MFI concept here is how I'm triggering this particular bot, or I was triggering this bot when I was running it. And then you'll want to select your paper trading account, but you can also switch to a real account when you're ready. Then you pick your pair, which in the paper trading account, like I said, I had the Matic USDT, so I picked that. And we want a long strategy in the quote of USDT, because we're going to always buy USDT for Matic. And then again, in this particular account, we had 1,300, or no, yeah, we had 12,000. Yeah, so it was, yeah, we had a lot of money in this account. So we had 12,000 USDT, and that's why the numbers are so low. And we'll see when we get into my real account here in a minute, what I did a little differently, and how I'm playing with the real money a little bit differently than how I did with the paper money after learning this at these levels. But so yeah, this was taking $12,000 USDT, and it was taking a 0.5% of it and making an order, and then a safety order. The first safety order um, was a 1.1% on top of that in a market order. So basically, the first order would go in at whatever 0.5% of 12,000 is, and then if the market come against us and triggered our safety order, that would be a 1.1% buy-in at that point to bring their dollar cost averaging. That'll bring your entry point, and as a result, your now exit point to get out of this trade. And then going back down, so we have this trading view deal start condition. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can get in here, um, and add, and you don't have to actually add um, trading view. There's a couple other ways where you can say, hey, I want to start trades and whatnot. And then trading view, there's you can get away with not necessarily using the pro version of trading view, or again, just get a trial account and see if this works out for you. And then, of course, with everything else, they do have a signal market and a bot market and a bunch of other stuff here that we won't get into, that if you're so interested, you can take a look at, because you can go find somebody else's bot that's working better than mine. But this just seems to be working for me. So I've taken a TradingView custom signal is when the deals start, and then I let the deal play out, and then nothing else comes from TradingView. So soon as TradingView gives me the go signal, I take a 1% profit. So as soon as the price moves 1%, it's going to go into a 0.5% of trailing deviation. So basically, um, if the price keeps going and going and going, it's going to trail up that stop at a 0.5%, and then at 1.5%, and at 2.5%, and eventually when the price pulls back and touches your trailing out, you're out. And then I do not have a stop loss. And then this is your safety order. So then, since I have such a big paper trading account here, what I've done is you take 5 safety orders one at a time, and then you wait 1.5%. So if the price moves against you 1.5% lower, you take that first trade's going to be your 1.1%, but then you're going to scale it up and then step it out. So the next one is going to go up by 1.35%. So it's going to buy even bigger next time, and then it's going to add another 1.35 if it has to do up till 5 orders, folks. But then each time it's going to scale down even farther. So if the market is tumbling, these will hopefully kind of scale out with you, and then again, this is dollar cost averaging. So since you're getting in bigger each time and farther away, your your get out point of that 1% is always going to be lower than that. So now let's go look at how this bot performed over time. So you can see I let it run for quite a while, and it completed 258 trades for a profit of $1,002. Now let's put that into perspective. The $1,000 profit came because I was able to use sometimes up to $1,000. Like, see, there's 384. So let's just look at a couple of these. So you can see this one took 195 US DT, uh, and come out with $2.38 of profit, or 1.23%. And it took 13 hours for that trade to complete. And when I realized the other day when this was taking so long, I shut the bot off. Even though it was a paper trading account, I shut the bot off this morning or last night or whenever this was. I think it was last night or this morning or whatever. Just because it 13 hours is insane for this to take one trade. So the market was going sideways and I wasn't gonna have it. And I was ready to, quite honestly, I was ready to do the real account too. So we'll get into that. But you can see it took profit, but it had to sit on that trade for 13 hours. And then if we go back, there was a trade for 2 hours using 61, but it was just 88 cents profit. But the bot, I believe, also calculates in your get in, get out fees on top of your 1% as well. So this is 1% of profit, folks. And then again, you see this took 1 hour. It had to use one safety order. And then we can look at one of these safety orders here. They've staked their kidney as well to get TradingView going, folks. And and you can see, yeah, right here. So you can see it bought in here, and then the market crashed against us real hard, in a because this is a 3 minute candle. That's how I've got my money flow, and the other one, which is MACD, set up at a 3 minute candle using custom MACD, folks. So yeah, we'll get into that if you guys are interested. But um, let's try to zoom in a little bit better here so you can see it and get the dots going the way they want. All right, so you can see it bought in here when probably that one was probably triggered in by the fake out there by the MACD, which is fine. It fakes us out sometime, even on the 3 minutes, but you can see eventually, even back there, if it would have taken those fake outs. And I don't know for sure which triggered. I don't believe it doesn't tell me, and I don't even remember which one I clicked, folks. Oops. Um, so yeah, let's not do the 13-hour one. Let's do this 2 hour one. Let's try this again, folks. So this one, boom, boom. So this one bought here, bought a safety order, and then got out right there. That's how it worked, folks. So it bought in here. So this is the same exact one. Perfect. So it bought in here. The market went against us for a while, and then it bought in again. Where to go? And it sold here. So yeah, it bought in here. It sold in here. Yeah, and it sold in there. And then that's the next one. It bought here and sold there. That's the next. So then the very next trade, just a few minutes later, it bought here and sold here. That it's kind of hard to see sometimes. I need to make that a little better. But yeah, you can see this one lasted 2 hours. This one lasted 1 hour. This one lasted 2 hours. This one lasted 3 hours. So you can see this one lasted 34 minutes. See, it works out pretty good. Again, only on these bull run coins. And I did a lot of little trades, folks. This one took 40 minutes to make 39 cents, but I only had 60 USDT at risk for that 40 minutes. And again, 258 trades, every single one of them is green. Um, there's no. I thought I had a graph here, folks, that showed you the nice up and up and up and up. Yeah, right there. Because your dollar cost averaging. This, again, only works on bull run coins and when we're in a crazy bull run. So, what you may want to do, and you're going to want to babysit this every day, and have alerts set up and everything, so you're not going to want to fire off and forget this thing. So, what I do is I like Matic. Matic has been a bull run coin. A lot of people have been hyping it up, and it's just been hyping quite a bit. So even though Matic is way down here on this scale, I've just stuck with Matic. But basically, what you want to do is trade maybe one of the top four or five, not necessarily one or two, but you want to come in and look to trade some of these coins on a daily basis. And then, like I've done here, is you modify your MACD. And it looks like it has all the trades on here. And you get chopped up a little bit, but you end up buying a couple extra times. But basically, anytime when you do an 821.9, 821.9 on your MACD, that makes it react much faster, especially on your shorter time frames. And that allows you to catch these swings like this. And if you catch them frequently enough, you will make money on any of these bull run coins. So as long as you're frequently on a daily basis checking in and making sure you're buying coins that are uh, are in a bull run still, and not having any FUD go against them, and they're legit projects and shit like that, this could be a very lucrative option. So now let's flip over again, this damn voice of mine. Let's flip over to the real account. I flipped this on today, folks. And the numbers that you'll see here at the moment weren't very impressive. But I put my baby toe in, make sure shit was working right. I didn't want it to go blow my account up or something on having something wrong, and I want kind of test the waters out. So now this is the live account, and on the live account we only get Matic USD. Um, and oh, ha, folks, what do we got here? Boom! It just went into a live trade. I could show you the screen, but it literally just triggered in 243.22 right there. That alert you just heard. All right, perfect. So this is the MACD crossover on the 3 minute. If I could show you my cell phone, I could show you my cell phone. But I don't have that set up. So right there, folks, we now have a crossover on the 3 minutes. So this bot just triggered in a buy. Perfect. I was hoping it would trigger in real time and we could watch it. So now, if and only if we get the market to come back to this basically swing area, what it works out to be, even though I didn't plan it that way, I went percentages. But I know how Matic moves and generally how a lot of these bull run coins move, and how a lot of the bots that used to be institutional traders now have turned into institutional crypto traders work. So now what we'll see here is if the market does come back, it'll buy another $47 is what I believe that to be. Um, let's see, how much did it buy? Correct. No, 47 Matic. So whatever that works out to be in US dollars. So right there, it's going to buy another. Come on, paint your screen. So if the market trips this line, it's going to buy another 47 Matic. Only if it comes back there. Or if the market makes it up that far, it's going to take the profit it's made and call it a day for that trade and move on to the next trade. And you can see this last trade was right there. And the last trade was, there's a sell, where's the buy? Yeah, there's a buy and a sell. Bam. Buy and a sell right there. And that was with real money. Boom, 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 boom. All day long, folks. So yeah, if we go back and we'll let that run, see where the market goes, and see how long I can ramble here. So in this particular case, so let's go look at the live bot because I did make some very significant changes. Because one, I'm not rocking with $12,000 USDT or USD for that matter. So you can see I'm working with 530 US dollars in real money. So I've triggered this bot to allow it to use up to 55% of my account to make this happen for me. So I'm not completely throwing my bag in there. If this does go crazy on me, and then I do have it set for a max of 10.5% price deviation in case we get a crazy thing. It won't keep buying a falling knife on me. Um, but yeah, you can see live account through Binance, and I had to pick Matic USD here, so I had to take all my paper tether and move it to USD. No, I just had to make sure I had USD in my Binance account, connect my Binance account, and this time we're doing a long, quoting in US dollars, and then we're doing 10% of the account, so that's where we're getting the 68 bucks basically, however that works out. I don't know how that works out, but we're taking 10% on the first buy. And then I decided, after talking with a few others and watching some other videos, to bump up the safety order quite a bit. So before it was like 1%. Um, this time we decided to go a lot higher on a 12.5%, instead of, so you still want to bump higher. So you wouldn't want to say 10% here or 11% here. That's why we did 12% here. So the next order would take 12% and buy because you want a dollar cost average down. And again, market order, and then again the custom trading view signal. We're still taking the 1% and the 0.5 on the deviation, no stop loss. And then this is where I had to kind of tame it down a little because I didn't want to let it run, and then I think I moved it out just a little on this too. So I only do 3 safety orders with one active at a time, and then I left these two the same. If it's 1.5% down is the first, um, or is the, yeah, price deviation to open the safety order. So it has to be 1%, 1.5% lower than the opening deal to open your 12.5% first. But then it's going to scale up 1.35% each additional safety order that it has uh, to get into if it needs to. And then it's going to also scale it out to 2% each time. So 2%, 4%, 6% if the market keeps falling against you. But again, since it's dollar cost averaging, it's going to get out. It's going to change your get out point at 1% still. So as soon as it triggers a safety order, it cancels your first get out order and then moves your get out to whatever your new 1% price is. That's why I love this. And then we don't do anything with the advanced settings. And then we just save that and let it run. Start it up and let it run, folks. So, yep. So now we can see we are currently down 20 cents, maybe. Let's click into the to the thing. Let's see what we got. And let's turn on some Heikinashi. Yeah, so that would have been that we're still kind of on a good run there, and we are still above the we haven't been doing the gyrations too much, so on the MACD. So we just got to let this trade play out, folks. This trade will sit here, a handful of candles like it did before, maybe buy again, but then if it, like I said, if it did buy again, the take profit's going to come down too, because we're only looking for a 1% move, and eventually, when you get these kind of things, it happens all the time, folks. 1% moves happen all the time. Just like, this was probably some craziness, and then bam, there's your 1%. So if you would have been buying a lot in here, you could have got out with a nice little profit right there. Even if you were faked out like we were with this trade here, it would have went against you. You could have bought back in if that would have been your safety trigger. If not, it would have just rode it to get out. But you can tune this all you want, folks, and all kinds of craziness. So I'm going to get out of here before I lose this voice completely. And this trade is kind of looking sideways to good right now. We'll see. But this is something that you can, on maybe a daily basis, let it run and play out, and see how your MACD is looking, and then maybe pick a different coin and change over to a different USD paired coin that's bull running. And I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little more of this on my paper trading account, folks, and see if some of these other coins, especially like if Elian is tweeting about Dogecoin again, that sucker's gonna spike, and it's gonna spike up again. And Solana has been making some noise lately, and I've not heard about Kyber, but they're up 100% today, um, which is interesting. So. Yeah, we need to see. I would definitely stay away from some of those lower ones, like that, like some of the unknowns. Like I said, the reason why I picked Matic is I knew they were a legit, like full blown project that had a lot of hype and a lot of push behind them and a lot of momentum. And for a while there, at least when I was paper trading them, made me some great paper money, folks. So I'm gonna see if I can turn that into real money. Hopefully they don't stay on the low end of my scale here. If not, I will jump maybe to um, ETH against the U.S. dollar has always been good, I've noticed. And then even BNB to the U.S. dollar lately, since everybody's been aping into the BNB projects on the smart chain, Binance Smart Chain. So, all right, folks, another live stream and another lost video voice here. So we'll take one more look. Oh, we had a little wicky wick down and then a quick spike back, but we'll let this run. I will put a comment down below if I can remember on how this particular trade come out. And I will catch you in that next video, folks.